I mean, is Cooper Rush worth 2.5 points? I would hope Quinn Ewers put up a decent stat line against Arizona State. If he didn't, we have a real problem.
You can say the same thing about Creighton. Okay, they had the one good game against Kansas at home.
When Toast talks about the kicking market, it's like some earth is flat shit. Andy, true or false, this is going to be a dog walking.
Dog walking. This is my dog walking of the day. I think it's going to be very ugly. Dog walking. I think this is going to be ugly.
Hey, get the sauce.
Good evening, everybody, or good morning. Happy Monday morning to you all. As you can see, Kyle's behind the scenes now. You might hear his godlike voice in the background every once in a while, but we're going to start things off with TV Jones. There's a lot of comments, a lot of chatter. I feel like I'm on an episode of Love Island right now. But TV Jones, take a minute to address the crowd, the comments, anything you might need to.
Yeah, no, long weekend. I was off Thursday. It was great. We went to the Timber Rattler game. Brad Zuka was out. The team T-Rats 5-run spot in the bottom of the 8th to win the game. Chirped the other team was a great team, but they you can't beat the T-Rats. So it was great. Great gal, loves betting on the sports, loves hopping in the channel. It was great. It was a great weekend, and it was a lot of fun. So I'm here. No, I did not appear not this weekend because I'm whipped. But I don't work on the weekends. I don't do this on the weekend. So I will be back here Sunday through Thursday. Yes, and I will be here. So I'm here to address all questions, everything else. But I appreciate everybody caring so much about my personal life.
I can only imagine the comments are going to continue to flood in through the episode, so 100%. Any good ones we'll definitely address. Spoon, how was your weekend? How was your day? Muted.
Pretty good weekend. Today was a little back and forth. Ended up 3-4 on the day. I took the under in that Little League game, and that blew up pretty quick. Still pretty good day yesterday, 4-1, so I'll take it.
Yeah,
I don't know about you guys. The weekends have been killing me the last 2-3 weeks.
Yeah,
I've been crushing during the week, and the weekends are.
Trevor, I think you have the wrong mic. It sounds like I'm getting your laptop mic right now.
Yep, my bad. I'll change it.
I know how that feels, Trevor. I got smoked yesterday. I ended up getting I thought I was going to have a really bad day today because Miami scored another 3 runs in the ninth. But I got lucky.
I'm sorry. I'm moving the mic. I'm sorry. We're back. I
ended up. I woke up this morning wanting to gamble. I ended up laying minus 160 with the Royals. That was just a terrible bet. It won, but just a terrible bet. I was sweating it the whole time. I ended up placing the Mets late, so I ended up having like a full unit day positive. But regardless, nothing crazy. Let's get into it. We do have a decent amount of games tomorrow. Obviously, much anticipated series for this show. Obviously, Cubs and Brewers. We'll let Spoon kick it off. TV Jones, we've had enough of your BS already. We're not even through game 1. So Spoon, please start us off with your thoughts on this one.
Yeah, not going to be much of a surprise. I'm going to go with the Cubs money line here. This is going to be the 4th time they've seen Freddie Peralta this year, and the last 2 times they hit him up pretty quickly. On the other side, Cade Horton, he's given up 1 earned run in his last 5 starts. In his last 7 starts, he's only had 2 games where he's given up an earned run. I think this is a kid that's pitching really well right now. He's going to be in Wrigley where he's used to pitching. Wind's blowing out a little bit, but most of the bats on both of these teams are lefties that I'm worried about, and the wind's blowing out the opposite direction, so it's not going to be a huge factor. I've been playing a lot of unders with the Cubs lately. I think both of these teams took today seriously. They gave their serious arms the day off. I think that's probably why the Brewers dropped the game. They were looking ahead to this series. I think this gets played like a playoff baseball game and it stays under. I'm definitely going to be on the Cubs. Probably going to look at the under too.
Yeah, I'm not playing it. I don't love double headers, but I will say I was looking towards the under as well. Like you said, both these teams have all their major bullpen arms. And before TV Jones, I know that you're going to go about your Brewers, which is fine. You deserve it the way that they've been playing. But you got to admit what Cade Horton has been doing, especially, for a while now, has been really, really impressive. Because even I love to come on here and say, well, he's had 2 starts in a row now where he hasn't given up a run. That dam's about to break. And I've said that probably 2 or 3 times and looked like an absolute idiot. So this guy continues to pitch well. So curious to hear your thoughts on this one, TV Jones.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, shouts to Cade Horton. I mean, the guy's been lights out. I mean, he's gone 5 2/3, 6 1/3, 5 2/3, 5 2/3, one total earned run. So props to him. I will say 2 of those were on the road, so that really doesn't matter. Actually, he's just been lights out. Shout out to that guy. I mean, really good. The Brewers today was painful. I was saying this effing team, like, I'm done with them. Brutal. Murphy. Oh, hey, Murphy pulled Myers with 24 pitches. Let's not forget he started and shut out the Mets last year in the playoffs, and then they bring in Grant Anderson. I was like, well, now we're screwed. But William Contreras dominated and showed up when we needed to. But I'm actually a little worried about this because Cubs have seen Freddie Peralta a lot. My pick's going to be Freddie Peralta under outs. I mean, like, we already saw it when we were in Milwaukee. They get 12 outs out of him, like 4 innings. Like, it was rough. Now they're going to see him again. It's a doubleheader, so yes, they may try to extend him, but I don't see him going 6 innings tomorrow. Like, it is what it is. So, I mean, I think Freddie Peralta under outs is the play. Will I fade? Yeah, no. I just don't think they extend him. So I like Freddie Peralta under outs. I like the under overall. I think Peralta has seen this team enough to know what he's doing, but I also think the Cubs have seen him enough to know how to extend bats and make him work. So it's going to be an under for me. Do I think the Brewers win? Obviously, I think we're going to sweep this series, but will I bet them on a doubleheader? No, thank you. Especially after today, where they went back-to-back games with extra innings. So Peralta under outs is going to be my play for this. I think he at most goes 5. So that's how I'm going to play this, and then I'm going to just wipe my hands clean from anything here. But go Brewers.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm actually going to do it. I will say, in Freddie Peralta's defense, he does have pretty decent numbers against this Cubs team. I will say 4 of the last time he's faced them have all been at home. The one start in Wrigley earlier this year, went 5 innings, gave up 3 runs. But I will say the guys, like, especially like the newer guy, I mean, none of the guys have really good numbers against him. Like, speaking of the Cubs, except for PCA and Kyle Tucker, and both those guys are just slumping like no one's business right now. So it's just really hard for me to back the Brewers in this spot, but at the same time, am I going to lay minus 125 against the Cubs? Or I'm sorry, with the Cubs against the Brewers? Absolutely not. So you can put the Cubs up for me, but I'm not going to end up betting it. Yeah. So
it's minus 118, I think.
All right. Thank you, Trevor. Next game on the board.
Hold on. If he's not going to talk. If we're getting plus money with the Brewers, are we serious right now?
Hey, I mean,
you just had the floor for like. What
are you talking about? I was just gonna say I thought he was gonna come in with some Brewers talk, but plus 104. How do we not take the Brewers though? Like, I'm taking Peralta under us. I'm taking the side, but I mean, this team.
I agree with you. I'm not a fan of doubleheaders. I think that
me neither.
I think that Chicago has the clear starting pitching advantage. I mean, yeah, I don't know if Milwaukee is. They're going to continue to score 8 runs a game and continue to come back over and over again. But again, I'm not going to bet against it. But yeah, that's why I'm not taking Milwaukee at the plus money.
Fair. And I saw Kyle's comment. Yes, I took her to the Bratzuka, and she had a great time. The Bratzuka was an electric. It was so good. You can't hate on the Bratzuka if you've never seen it in person.
Yeah, you know what? It does sound really romantic now that you mention it.
Hey, you saw the video. It was the people were up off their seats. They were enjoying it.
Trevor, the amount of respect I have for you just taking a girl to the Bratzuka, I don't know if I can really put it into words. So
I saw that. I respect it. I
love you. Cardinals on the road in Miami. Spoon, why don't you kick us off here? Is Miami kind of like dead in the water? Because they really don't seem to do anything except for like late in ball games. So I'm curious to see what your thoughts are on this one.
Yeah, so Kyle Stowers is out of the lineup. That's the best player for this team. It's been that way for a while now. You take your best bat out, one of your decent defenders, and you're talking about a Marlins team that even with him in the lineup has been terrible versus left-handed pitching all season. It seems like a spot where you wouldn't see Miami favored, but then you look who's pitching, and it's Yuri Perez. He He's pitched really well all season. His last 2 games have been little hiccups, but as bad as the Miami Marlins have been, the Cardinals are even worse versus right-handed pitching. The last 30 days, 30th in WRC plus. I was kind of looking at a first 5 under in this game. I just thought these 2 pitchers could come out, do pretty well versus these teams. It's like 4.5.
4.5, 115 sauce. Sorry, Spoon.
I think these 2 lineups are going to have a hard time scoring. I don't see a ton of runs in this game, and if they do come, I think it's versus the bullpens, like you were just talking about. When Miami does hit, it's against those bad pitchers that come in late. I haven't bet it yet, but it's something I'm strongly considering.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. I haven't bet it yet, but I was kind of looking at that first 5 also. TV Jones?
Yeah, it would be Marlins first 5 money line minus 104 on FanDuel. Obviously, shop around. I don't know what best price for this
what'd you
is,
say?
but first 5 money line, like it's minus 104. So like shop around, you can get a better
like
price.
It's like minus 154.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like minus
no.
150.
That's result. That's 100%.
What a
minus a half.
loser, dude.
That's my bad. I clicked on the wrong box.
sending
I'm
you
sorry. I'm sorry. Still, it would be for Miami first 5 money line. Like, I don't want to get involved with the bullpen. I mean, we saw what happened today. I mean, Dave Myers, like, all-time LOL clip, just running into the wall and giving away a home run to Willie Abreu. But I mean, I think Miami at home, like with Yuri Perez on the bump against Liberatore, I think they can at least tie to where you push, but I think they have a chance to get to Liberatore and score some runs, even without Stowers. Like, this offense at home has been a lot better than they have been on the road. So I'll take them first 5. Do I want to bet this? No. If I had to bet this is what I would bet, but I really don't want to. I'll just back Perez and this offense first 5 and not get involved with the bullpen whatsoever. How I do this.
I like the Marlins first 5 at plus 250 personally.
Yeah, I like the under 16.5. You're going to pay a little juice at minus 130, but I still like it. No, seriously, under 8 though for me. Same type of thing these guys were talking about. I mean, you have Yuri Perez off of really 2 back-to-back bad starts, but prior to that, he had been really good. I think he should bounce back against a Cardinals team that really can't touch right-handed pitching right now. I mean, Luis Hill, 5 1/3 1 run, Dollander, 5 innings 1 run, Colin Ray, Shohei Ohtani, 6 innings 1 run, 4 innings 1 run. I could keep on going down the list. So they've really, really struggled. And Miami versus lefties, same thing. Again, I lost their team total under 3.5 today. They scored 4 runs in the 8th and the 9th combined. So besides that, they really haven't done anything at all. So just really think it's going to be hard to score runs here in Miami tomorrow. So
Someone said they're hesitant to trust TV Jones picks now that he has a girlfriend and a beard. Is he saying like facial hair, or is he saying the girlfriend is the beard?
Yes, I forgot to shave this weekend, so my bad. It is what it is. But don't let. Hey, during the weekdays I'm great. Sunday, Saturday, fade, because it's been awful for me for the last 2 weeks.
Houston on the road in Detroit. Spencer Spaghetti versus Jack Flaherty. TV Jones, why don't you kick us off here? Are you laying juice with Detroit?
How the hell are you laying juice with Flaherty? This guy has been awful. He's been so damn bad. I know they're at home, but God, he's been bad. He's been terrible. Flaherty looked good Arrighetti looked good his last game out, but minus 150. You want to play minus 150 with Flaherty. He's given up 10 earned runs in the last 9 innings total. 1 home run, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts, 16 hits. He's been bad. Houston is starting to hit a little bit. I know they did not look good whatsoever today against Baltimore, but they've been starting to hit a little bit. Plus 120, I'd be willing to dabble. I want no part of laying minus 150 with Jack Flaherty. That sounds like an absolute donation. So give me Houston. If Houston loses and Flaherty deals, so be it. I'll go down with the ship. But I want no part of Jack Flaherty at minus 150.
Spoon, you can go in just 1 second. I will say I don't really want to lay juice with Detroit either. I actually think it's a pretty decent spot for Houston, considering the fact that, I mean, you have Jack Flaherty, who I don't think he was pitching that bad. I mean, going into his last 2 starts, I think that he was figuring it out. But his last 2 starts, like Trevor said, not really well. But I do think that he can pitch well. I said it wrong. Excuse me. I do think that he can pitch well because he struggles versus lefties. This Houston lineup is absolutely full of right-handed bats. So I don't really. I actually think that Flaherty can actually pitch well here. I don't really know what to think of Arrighetti, but I do think that the more starts he gets, the better he's going to continue to be. I don't really trust either one of these offenses. Spoon, I was kind of looking at under 8.5. What are you thinking of?
I don't mind that under 8.5. Spencer Arrighetti is the wild card there for me. Obviously, recently coming back, his first start back, he gave up 11 hits, and that was after not being able to throw the ball in the strike zone in the minors. And then his next start out, 2 earned runs in 5 innings versus Boston isn't bad, but 5 walks. So it seems like he's kind of alternating between like having control of the baseball and being able to throw it over the plate for a strike, and just not being able to get that strike call in the outside corner. And Tigers do swing and miss a lot. Maybe this is a decent matchup for Arrighetti, but at the same time, he's coming off a start with 5 walks. So I feel like he's going to try to throw the ball over the plate a little bit more to compensate for that. And if he does that versus this Tigers lineup, I think they get runs off him. So I was leaning more towards the Detroit money line, to be honest. But I don't think this is a spot where Flaherty pitches poorly. As you mentioned, his splits, like he gives up a lot of his slugging, a lot of his runs all to the left side, but versus righties, a 3.15 xFIP versus on the full season, that's elite. And that's 8 of the bats here in Houston's lineup. And we look at the last 3 righties that Houston's faced, last 4. So Dustin May, 6 innings pitched, 0 earned runs. Walker Buehler, they got 4 off of. Brandon Young took a perfect game into the 8th inning. And then today's 0 earned runs in 7 innings versus Dean Kramer. No way I can back this Houston offense.
Yeah, I get it. I will say I want to say I made the rule a couple weeks ago. You can't lay juice with Detroit. Still there, but I will say they're starting to play much better. And before anybody in the comments say, yeah, they're playing bad teams like Minnesota, the Angels, the White Sox, and then the Twins again. Baseball is a very, very mental game. So once these guys kind of get on a roll, I think it's one thing to take a look at, especially with Tigers. You might start being able to lay juice with them soon. Not this number, though.
Let the record show I would agree with Spoon here. Flaherty actually hasn't been that bad at home against a bunch of righties. And then Detroit against a righty at home. Yeah, I would lean towards the Tigers money line also.
The only
I got a notification saying Jordan's coming back at some point this week. Who knows what some point is, but it could be Monday, could be Friday. You never know.
Yeah. It's one of those. I agree with Spoon a lot that the Arrighetti is the wild card, because especially if you look in our spreadsheets, the swinging strike rate was really high. The xFIP was really good in the Miami start. He still gave up 5 runs, but there's definitely some positive things to build on. So anyway, Toronto, happy Skeens Day, everybody. Toronto on the road against Pittsburgh. Paul Skeens on the mound versus the veteran Kevin Gausman. Getting plus money with the Jays. We have a Jays whisperer on the panel. TV Jones, take it away.
Yeah, the Brewers just they own Paul Skeens. This guy, they own him. It is what it is. 8 innings, 8 earned runs the last 2 games against us. But Gausman, he does get hit up a little bit, but he's had a bunch of quality starts. You have to go all the way back to June 19th. Well, Kansas City got him for 5, but other than that, June 19th was his last time he did not have a quality start. His last 2, he went 7 innings, 2 earned, 7 innings, 1 earned, 6 innings, 5 against Kansas City. Other than that, again, all the way back to June 19th. I think he'd be fine. Do you really think Pittsburgh is going to bust him up for 4, 5, 6 runs? I don't think so. I don't think they get 2 or 3 off of him. Toronto at -101. You're paying a Skeens stack to bet Pittsburgh at home. It would be Toronto or nothing. If anything, first 5 under. I think Gausman will be fine against this offense, and I think Skeens can be fine as a bounce back after getting absolutely shellacked by your Milwaukee Brewers. But other than that, it would be Toronto or nothing. I'm not paying -120 to back Pittsburgh here whatsoever. No, thank you.
Yeah, I'll go really quickly. I bet Toronto at +105. It's more of a play on the number than anything. I just don't feel like the Pirates should be favorite. I agree that it's a Skeens tax type of issue. I will say a couple things with Paul Skeens. I know that I'm like the resident Paul Skeens hater, but I really dialed it back this year. I was really more of a rookie of the year thing for me. But I will say he got blown up by the Brewers, and then he faced offenses like Cincinnati, Colorado, Arizona, Detroit a month ago, Minnesota, and Seattle. None of those offenses really compare to what he's going to see with the Blue Jays. Now, with that being said, this Blue Jays team has been very good versus right-handed pitching on the road, probably the best offense in Major League Baseball. They haven't really got to the last DeGrom pitched well against them. Cade Horton pitched well against them. Javier Assad, who's really not good, not a major league pitcher or a starter at least. They got to him, but Brent Baum pitched well against them. Glasnow pitched well against them. Lugo, Waka. So it hasn't been the dominance that you think that we would think with the Jays. But like Trevor said, I think that Kevin Gausman and how he's been pitching has been kind of going under the radar. His worst start in the last month is at home against Kansas City, where he got lit up. But besides that, he's going 6 or 7 innings in pretty much all of his starts and maybe giving up 2 runs. And this Pittsburgh team isn't touching right-handed starters. I mean, they faced guys like Colin Ray, Brandon Woodruff is pitching really good, Tobias Myers, Freddie Peralta, Littell, Martinez, Chase Burns, Brady Singer, Verlander, Logan Webb. I mean, nothing crazy, but I mean, I don't think that any of those guys are night and day better than Kevin Gausman. So I think that you're probably going to see this game more of a pick 'em by the time we wake up in the morning. But yeah, I took Toronto at plus 105. I would play it as long as you're getting plus money. I think you're good. Spoon, are you with us?
Yeah, I already bet the same plus 105. Paul Skeens, obviously, he's been dominant at home. His last 4 starts hasn't given up a run, but he hasn't played the Toronto Blue Jays. These bats, it looks a lot better in the lineup when you add that new bat back to the top. Houston Astros lost his name there.
George Springer.
Yep, Springer. He missed a week and a half, and we look at the Pirates lineup. O'Neal Cruz is still out of the lineup. I don't understand how they score any runs versus Gausman right now. This guy's locked in. Plus 105, I think will be gone tomorrow, but even at a pick 'em, I'd still take the Jays.
Yeah, this might be a little bit of a public dog if it's still a dog tomorrow. I don't really care, though. This price is absolutely ridiculous. So next game on the board. This is a fun one. Seattle on the road in the bank versus the Phillies. Logan Gilbert, Ranger Suarez. Spoon, you can kick us this one off. Seattle traveling off the Williamsport game. Not obviously Pennsylvania, nothing crazy. But what are your thoughts?
I think this is a Philly spot. Logan Gilbert pitches a lot better at home than he does on the road. Full season ERA 4.86, and gave up 2 to Baltimore his last time out. When he pitched against the Angels, he gave up 4 earned runs on the road. New York Yankees 4 earned runs, didn't get out of the 6th inning. Texas got 4 off him. The Cubs got 4 off him. Seems like every time he hits the road, he gives up quite a few runs. I think the Phillies get runs off him. I think Ranger Suarez kind of exceeded everybody's expectations to start the season, but recently he's pitched a little poorly versus Baltimore and Cincinnati. But after 2 bad starts, I think he starts to find a groove again. And I don't know. I put these 2 lineups next to each other. Seattle's definitely improved, but I still think the Phillies bats are better, and especially when we're putting this on the road, I think this is a decent price to take the Phillies at.
TV Jones, I heard you scoffing over there. I was leaning towards the Phillies as well. Didn't bet it. What are your thoughts?
I mean, at this price with Philly at home, I know Ranger Suarez did not look good his last game out. Pulling up the game logs here. Got lit up. I mean, last 2, 6 innings, or 5 1/3, gave up 6 earned, 6 1/3, gave up 5. But I mean, Seattle off the Little League series, you're traveling now to Philly. I know it's not like a crazy travel spot whatsoever, but you're traveling. Rangers not look good. Now he's back at home. Minus 110. Like I'd be tempted to play Philly. Like if anything, the under. The wind is blowing in tomorrow. It's going in from right field towards the third base, about 7 to 9 miles an hour. Suarez back at home looking to bounce back, and then you got Philly or Seattle's offense traveling. I feel like this is a dead under game. Like I feel like this is a 4-2, 4-3 kind of game. It would be under, and it would be Philly's money line for me. I think Suarez bounces back. Both guys have been good against lefties, so I think that kind of neutralizes a little bit in the last 30. Neutralizes a little bit, but I think this is a spot for Philly now. I like the under. I think we get just a pitcher's duel for the most part through most of this game.
Yeah, you can put Philly up for me too. I haven't bet it yet because it seems like Seattle is taking money. Philly's down to 105 in some spots right now. So I'm just going to let this kind of play out for the next few hours and see. But I do like Ranger Suarez in a bounce back spot. I know he hasn't been really great at home. I know the Angels got to him a little bit as well. But prior to that, he had been pretty damn good. And Seattle versus lefties isn't really thinking anything to ride home with. Kind of middle of the pack, but especially the Seattle offense, which at the beginning of the year, the first few months was one of the best road offenses in Major League Baseball. Over the last few weeks, it really hasn't been the same. They're like a bottom third team, and they really have struggled versus lefty starters. Guys that they've seen: Manaea, Trevor Rogers, Jeffrey Springs, J.P. Sears, Tyler Anderson, Kikuchi, Brandon Walters, Diedrich Eins. They seem like they've seen 17 times this year. And he's pitched well, it seems like, every time against them. So I think this is a great bounce back for Ranger. And it's more, this Phillies offense is so hit or miss. Bradley Lord, Hunter Green, Brady Singer all pitched well against them. And then they got to DeGrom and Merrill Kelly and Dean Kramer. And it's very hit or miss, but I love the Phillies at home. And that's kind of more than anything that I want to bet them is at home. 37-21 on the year. They're one of the best home teams in baseball. With a full bullpen behind them, within a Phillies bullpen, that's been fantastic. The best bullpen over the last couple weeks. One of the best bullpens over the last 30 days as well. Getting Duran back there really helps. So all that considered, I'm going to play the Phillies. I'm just waiting on this number. So Phillies up over here.
We'll say, what happened to Duran? Is he like out? Like what happened with that ankle
100%.
injury?
100%.
He's good. He's back.
His
All
ankle.
right.
Yep. He's
I saw that, but I saw him getting carted off, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, he came out
He
the next
pitched.
day and said he was 100%.
Okay.
I don't know if he's 100%, but whatever.
Definitely not. But
Next game, Baltimore on the road in Boston. Dustin May on the round. Trevor Rogers, the resurgent Trevor Rogers, taking the mound in Fenway. TV Jones, it's a really good price with Trevor Rogers pitching really well. What say you?
I agree with you. I mean, like, what are we? Trevor Rogers has been freaking phenomenal. He's been lights out. You got Boston here with 1, 2, 3 lefties. That's it. So they're going to see a lot of righties. Pulling these up real quick.
They're very good versus lefties, though.
I know, but Dustin May on the bump.
I know, dude. It's hard.
Trevor
Dustin
Rogers is
May.
trash.
Uh-oh.
What?
Why don't you pull up his spreadsheet for you to look at, Kyle?
Skewed numbers.
Yeah. Pull that up. Let's take a gander at this spreadsheet.
I have college
'cause
football
I'm
sheets
sure-
open. I'm not closing.
Yeah. I mean, he's been lights out. I plus 100. I mean, Baltimore went nuclear today. Granted, they don't always do that. Hardly ever do they do that. And you're going to travel today to Boston, but Boston's offense kind of looked a little shaky lately. I mean, shout out Dane Myers for giving them a home run today for Willie Abreu. But other than that, I mean, Baltimore hasn't looked great. Boston hasn't looked great. And you're going to lay minus 120 with Dustin May over Tyler Rogers? No, thank you. Baltimore money line. I'm real close to betting this. I'm just curious to see what this line will do. I'm hoping a lot of people bet Boston at home. But Tyler Rogers, this guy has been insane the last month or two. At even money, I don't know how you fade this guy.
Everyone's going to be betting Baltimore. People are obsessed with Trevor Rogers.
Because he's been good. And I mean, the name Trevor carries a lot of weight.
It carries weight, but then you start trying to get into what Trevor Rogers has done, and he's been fantastic. But starts Seattle, Philadelphia, the Cubs, Colorado, Tampa Bay, Miami, Atlanta, Texas twice, Tampa Bay again. The level of competition is questionable, and that really matters today because if there is one thing that the Red Sox do is absolutely slaughter left-handed pitching, and they do it to everybody. I mean, let's just go look through their game logs really quickly, especially for all you podcast listeners. Colton Gordon, 2 innings, 4 runs. Bailey Falter, 4 innings, 7 runs. Framber Valdez, 6 innings, 5 runs. Colton Gordon again. You want to have another 4 innings, 6 runs. Robleski pitched well against them for 2 innings. They got 4 and 4 innings off of Kershaw. They absolutely slaughtered Luzardo. Christopher Sanchez and Imanaga pitched well against them going back to the beginning of last month. But this Boston team's without Devers, it doesn't matter. They've absolutely torched left-handed pitching. The question this game for me is, what are you going to get from Dustin May? Because, I mean, he's such a wild card. I still have faith in this kid. I can't really do it here, but I do agree with that voice that we keep on hearing. I think it might be Sauce in the background of talking that this is everybody's going to want to bet Baltimore because they've been pitching so good. They've also looked really good against Houston the last couple of days, and now they come into Boston. I really want to bet Boston here. I don't like Dustin May either, but I do really want to bet Boston here. The only thing that's kind of holding me off is Whitlock's 2 of the last 3 days. So I'd like to kind of have him there. But yeah, Spoon, what are your thoughts on here? Do you want to play Boston with me and say screw Trevor?
No, I'm going to take Baltimore in the first 5. Everybody's going to continue to say the level of competition versus Trevor Rogers. You guys were saying that a month ago before they faced the Cubs, before they faced Philadelphia.
The Cubs suck versus lefties. Come on, Spoon.
Okay, so Philadelphia and Seattle, we just talked about those being decent lineups. I don't think that the level of competition argument is valid at this point. I think he's pitching well against a lot of good lineups. And if we're going to use the level of competition, you named off all those pitchers. They faced a guy that started the year in AAA twice, Bailey Falter, Framber Valdez, who has struggled on the road for a while now. Robleski didn't get anything off of. Kershaw, who was good 10 years ago. Jesus Luzardo tipping pitches. We go back to the last time they saw decent pitchers in Shota and Christopher Sanchez. 9 innings pitched, 7 innings pitched, 1 earned run between the 2 games. I'm not sold on this lineup being juggernauts versus lefties. I'd like to see it versus a few more pitchers, and I'll pay to see it with Trevor Rogers minus 105 in the first 5.
Okay, well, I'm definitely betting Boston now. That's blasphemy. I would be with you if they were scoring a couple runs, but they're scoring like an average of 5 runs a night on all these guys. Like, at some point, that's not luck. They're just killing guys. So,
I mean,
we'll see.
Rogers has been really good versus righties. I mean, 4% barrel rate,
I'm not saying he has
42.5% outside the zone swing percentage. I mean, a 14.5% whiff percentage, or swinging strike percentage. Like, he's been good versus a lot of righties, and Boston is loaded down with righties.
I get that, but Boston is also smashed lefties, and Seattle
They're
is
not
like
the Brewers.
Seattle is like a bottom 3rd team versus left-handed pitching the last 14 days, 30 days. The Cubs can't do damn anything. I mean, we could keep on going through it. Colorado can't do diddly crap. Tampa Bay really can't hit lefties. We just talked about Miami not hitting lefties. Atlanta can't do shit. I'm not going to keep on going through it. I'm betting Boston. I'll see you guys tomorrow night on this show.
All right, bring it on.
Next game up, White Sox on the road against the guy with a half arm and Spencer Strider laying minus 200. What are we doing, TV Jones?
I don't know how you lay 210 with Strider in this team. I'm not a huge fan of betting White Sox games. There's better ways to spend your money than betting it on the White Sox, but White Sox team total over. I mean, Strider hasn't looked good. Now they're traveling. I get the White Sox are traveling too, but Braves haven't looked great. Strider has not looked great. You're going to get probably a nice number on the 3.5 here. I would bet White Sox over 3.5. You're going to get all nine innings. You're going to get this bullpen, and then you get the Strider, who has not looked great. It would be over 3.5. Do I want to bet this game? No. Will I? Potentially, but I don't want to lay or bet on White Sox to hold this team down the entire game and win the game, especially with that bullpen. So I would attack a team total over if I had to bet this game.
Price.
Oh, let me find it for you. My bad. I just had it up.
Dude, you can go while he does that.
Yeah, White Sox, Braves. This looks like a full game over to me, or Braves over. The Braves team total over 4.5, sitting at minus 125. The last time that Gomez went out there and pitched for the White Sox, he was really good versus Detroit. But in the minors, this guy wasn't cracking the 5-inning mark consistently. He was giving up some hits. He can definitely get strikeouts, but the way this Braves lineup is hitting right now, I think this is a great spot for them to get some runs. I also kind of question, maybe do you just lay the runs with the Braves? Because Strider, who's been pitching really poorly his last few games out there, gets a really weak lineup. This is kind of like going back to AAA for a rehab start. Maybe this is what he can use to dial back in on the season, but the Braves team total and full game over, only thing I could look at.
Yeah, it would definitely be the full game over for me. This Braves offense is definitely starting to heat up as we've seen over the last week or so. And this White Sox team actually hasn't, I mean, we definitely want them versus lefties, but Troy Melton, they didn't really hit well in that Detroit series the last couple games, but they got to Flaherty for 5 runs. They got to Ciccone for 5 runs. They got to Bybee for 4 runs, all going back a couple weeks now. So it hasn't been all terrible for the White Sox. They're more than capable of putting up runs. So it would only be over for me. I don't know if I actually end up doing it. So sorry, I was paying attention. I dropped my whole soda all over my shit. So,
oh, no.
Texas on the road against Kansas City. Shout out to Kansas City for coming through for me today. What a terrible bet, but it ended up cashing, so I'll take it. Anyway, I can't believe they were getting no hit for so long. Spoon, why don't you kick us off with this one? Jack Leiter, Michael Wacha. See what we got here.
Michael Wakuchi is what they were calling him in the voice chat. I think that's a Steve special. This is a guy that's pitched really well for the past month or so. Going back, there's not a lot of lineups that have been hitting him up, but I think this Texas team can definitely do it. The last 4 times out there, they've gotten 5 earned, 2 earned, 3 earned, 3 earned off pitchers that are just in the same caliber as Michael Wacha. And on the other side, Jack Leiter, he's been lights out for 2 months now. The last time he really got hit up was against this exact same Kansas City lineup. His splits probably reflect why he has 5.17 xFIP to righties, 1.5 whip, and versus lefties, he's just really elite. But throughout the course of the season, it looks like he's getting better at just putting the important bats on and just pitching to the next guy. That's not that hard to do in this Royals lineup. I think he can go out there and get a good start versus the Royals. Bullpen's pretty taxed for the Royals. The setup man, closer, both gone on 2 or 3 days. A lot of pitches. This is a spot where I just think the Rangers' offense is better. I think the starting pitching advantage is there too, and the bullpen should be pretty much a wash.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I bet Texas already at plus 115. That's still available on ESPN Bet. Couple things. I know that Texas hasn't looked well recently, and I think that's why we're getting this number at plus money. But keep in mind, they've also been playing teams like the Yankees, Philadelphia, Arizona, who's starting to play better, and then on the road at Toronto. So not trying to make excuses. They haven't been playing well, but they've also been playing pretty good teams, while the Royals are playing teams like the White Sox, the Nationals, Minnesota. Boston's a decent team. But regardless, the competition for Texas over the last 2 weeks has been much, much greater. And like Spoon had said, Jack Leiter's been pitching really, really well over the last couple of months. You could say he doesn't go deep into games, but the pitch count hasn't been crazy the last couple of nights. And like he also mentioned, it's the bullpen situation. Texas didn't have to use any of their major arms today in Toronto. Kansas City had to use all their major arms today to get that win out. So Estevez, Urseg, Zerpa, all 2 of the last 3 days. Sam Long went today as well. And I just feel like we wouldn't be getting if Texas wasn't playing these upper echelon teams, if they would have been maybe playing like 500 baseball, this game would have been a pick 'em to start. I don't think we should be getting this big a plus money with Texas. So yeah, I bet Texas at plus 115. TV Jones.
I like the over, and I like Kansas City. I mean, Jack Leiter, if you look at his last 30 plate, I just had these up. Last 30 plate appearances versus lefties, who the Royals have 5 or 6 of them. He's been one of the worst. A 5.38 expected ERA, 6.13 expected ERA or xFIP, 12.5% outside the zone swing percentage, only a 60% first pitch strike percentage. Like he's not been getting ahead, and now you have a lot of lefties at Kansas City. In Kansas City, we're just gonna go August 1st at home versus righties. Number 1 in baseball, 153 WRC plus, sub 19% strike rate, almost 11% walk rate, 547 slug, 941 OPS, 226 ISO. Like they're hitting righties, especially at home. Jack Leiter has not looked good versus a bunch of lefties. I think they can get him. Wacha has not looked good either. I think Texas can score some a little bit, but Texas is traveling from Toronto, so you got to go through customs, all that bullshit. Or bull crap. So I think this is a spot where Kansas City can score some runs and get it on him. But I like the over 9. I think both pitchers give it up here, and we see some runs.
Fair enough.
Trevor's on Kansas City because Texas, quote unquote, has to go through customs and shit.
It is a real thing. You don't just get to fly across the border without getting checked out. They have to stop. They have to go through extra security. It's just, little extra taxi stuff you got to go
customs
through.
And shit. I get it.
Customs, customs and shit, man.
Dodgers on the road. It's Rockies. Yamamoto on the mound versus Kyle Freeland. Trevor, do you have something you'd like to share with us in this game?
Yamamoto on the road in Colorado. He's going to get hit up, man. Are you kidding me? Rockies team total over. I just had this number up. Let me pull it up. The exact juice. Rockies team total. Like, I don't trust this Dodgers offense whatsoever. Like, they have not looked amazing. Rockies team total over is, I just had this up. Let me pull it up. Here it is. -132 over 3.5. Yamamoto can give that up in 3 innings in Colorado. I know the Rockies are not amazing. This is a spot you could probably live bet the Dodgers and get a way better number than -275. I don't know who's paying -275 with the Rockies or Dodgers right now, especially with Yamamoto. But over 3.5, this is a spot where I think after the first 5, you could probably get a -150 with the Dodgers, something get way better. But do I want to take the Rockies to win? Absolutely not. Do I want to bet the Dodgers at -275? Absolutely not. I think Yamamoto gets hit up, especially on the road in Colorado. This is a spot where I think the Rockies take advantage and they score some runs on Yamamoto here.
Someone in the comments said, any team going through customs is at a disadvantage. They have to take their shoes off. It's horrible for morale.
Yep. They probably don't have TSA pre-check either, so that just makes it way worse.
Yeah, because they're sitting through TSA. Spoon, I think that Trevor is completely insane. I think he didn't even. I think he's living on emotion right now. Yamamoto has pitched a few times in Colorado. He's been decent. People love to talk about Yamamoto because he's had a couple blow-up starts on kind of bigger stages. But keep in mind, guys, he still has a 2.84 ERA. Not that the ERA is an end-all, be-all, but for all these times that everybody makes it seem like this guy gets hit up, his ERA is still under 2.9. So he does pitch pretty damn well, like 98% of the time. But regardless, the Dodgers are priced out for me. Spoon, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think the Dodgers are priced out. You can bet an affordable +3 with the Rockies. You can get 2.5 at even money. I think I'd have to be on the Rockies here. I'm not going to bet this, but the +3, like -130. How do the Dodgers get that many runs? I don't think the Colorado's bullpen is as bad as everybody makes it out to be. I think Kyle Freeland is probably more suited to pitch well in this stadium than Yamamoto is. The last time Yamamoto came in here, he gave up 0 earned runs in 5 innings pitched, just 2 base runners. Congratulations, do it again. Everybody comes to Coors and eventually has a bad time. I think that's an outrageous amount of runs to be able to catch to still cash your bet. Yeah, the Dodgers do probably win this game, but I see a world where the Rockies win and a lot of worlds where they only win by a run or 2.
You can put the Dodgers minus like 2.5, 3 for me. I think you guys are both nuts. The Dodgers are 26-6 against the Rockies the last 3 years. Kyle Freeland is coming off of a start of his life on the road in St. Louis where he didn't give up a run. His previous home start to Toronto, a team that, regardless on how you feel about this Dodgers offense, with or without Muncy, they're still pretty damn good. They're comparable to Toronto. He got lit up there. He pitched well against Minnesota. Congratulations. But he also has been slaughtered by this Dodgers offense in the past. Am I going to lay -175? No, but I think the Dodgers win this game pretty easily. So, but we'll see. I hope they lose. Cincinnati, next game on the board. Cincinnati on the road in Disneyland. Spoon, why don't you, or I had you go first this time. Or Trevor, why don't you kick us off on this one?
The Reds just won the World Series. They went back-to-back days, extra innings. You squeaked out a win against the Brewers because Pat Murphy got cute with his pitching change and taking out Tobias Myers. You saw the fans. You saw team storming the field like they just won the World Series, throwing the hats, everything, whatever.
Did they really storm the field?
Yeah, they did when McClain or whoever the hell hit that.
Dude, no, it was it was a routine walk-off celebration. Every team does that when they
okay.
win.
I was like, what?
No,
Oh my!
McClain was at first base throwing
like
his,
it was
his batting helmet.
Rutgers beating Purdue on the buzzer beater. They did not storm the field.
Anyway, continue, Trevor.
No, I don't know what he was watching. They stormed, and the whole team was there, and they acted like they won the World Series. This is the easy. I'm betting the biggest bet of the season on the Angels money line tomorrow. They are going to win this game. Cincinnati is going to be dead in the water. Not to mention the reason the Brewers win streak extended. Ellie De La Cruz is an error machine out at a shortstop. No, thank you. This is the easiest bet of the day. Is the Angels money line. It doesn't matter who's pitching. Brady Singer, Nolan Ryan. I don't care. They ain't winning this game. This is Angels money line easy. You won your World Series. Oh, we ended the Brewers win streak. Now you have to fly to LA. Get out of here. You ain't winning this game. This is Angels money line easy.
I want to bet the Reds so bad.
Bring it on.
Oh my God, Trevor. Spoon, go ahead and take it away.
I already have Angels ticket on my card. It's -102. I don't like it now. Victor Medeiros is on the mound for the Angels. This guy's been with the organization a couple of years now, and they made some big changes to him in this offseason. They dropped his arm angle down 13 degrees, and it's now a lot closer to like a sidearm angle. And his last few starts in the minors before he came up, he had back-to-back starts going 7 innings pitched. They called down to the minors in his third start in the middle of the 4th inning where he hadn't given up a run, and they called him up, so they pulled him at that point. He's looked very serviceable in the majors to this point. The last time out versus the Dodgers, gave up 3 earned runs over 4 innings pitched. Not a terrible start versus the Dodgers, but I think he gets a much better team to face off against in the Cincinnati Reds today. I don't think the Reds are coming off a Super Bowl or anything, but I do think they're coming off an extra inning game. I think their bullpen's really taxed. Both their setup men and closer are on back-to-back days. And I just think this Angels team, you can also note they're coming off a extra innings game, but Kenley Jansen will be available out of the pen. He had 3 days off before this. Anytime there's a chance for a save or a win, he's going to be in there, and everybody else should be available as well. I like this spot for the Angels.
Spoon goes, I already have an Angels ticket, but I don't like it now after he heard TV show.
Oh, no. He already said it too. The bullpen went crazy the last 2 days. They're so screwed.
Over 9. You could put over 9 up for me. This Angels offense has been pretty damn serviceable, especially at home and against right-handed pitching the last couple weeks or so. The names on the list, some of them are impressive, some of them aren't, but they got 3 runs off of Jackson Perkins. They got 4 runs off of 4 1/3 off of Ohtani, 5 innings, 5 runs off of Sheehan. They got Yamamoto for 6. Casey Mize 5 innings, 2 runs. They got 6 off of Charlie Morton, 4 off of Baz. Troy Melton pitched well against them for 3 1/3. They put 5 runs off of Adrian Hauser. Pepio pitched decent. But my point to that is that this Angels team at home or on the road has been hitting versus right-handed pitching. I agree that I'm not in love with the spot for Cincinnati, especially after playing so well at home. But we do know that this Cincinnati team is kind of streaky, and if they can keep these bats alive, this Medeiros guy, I mean, his start against the Dodgers wasn't terrible. I don't think that he's like some bad guy. I think there's a reason that the Angels, who are kind of a delusional franchise, but there's a reason that they're giving him a second time through the order to pitch. But the Cincinnati team, I mean, obviously they won today in dramatic fashion, but previous to that, 5 runs, 8, 6, 1, 14. So the bats have started to pick it up a little bit. Again, most of those games were at home, so it is a little bit of a difference. And they both touched on it. I don't love the bullpen situation for either team. Yes, Jansen had 3 days off, but he had 28 pitches. Reed Detmer's 19 pitches. Luis Garcia's on back-to-back days. That's your 3 better arms for the Angels. And then Pagan, Santillan, and Ashcraft all back-to-back days. Barlow had the day off, but he's 2 of the last 3 as well. So I just don't love the situation for either of these teams. I think this number is high for a reason. I think we see some fireworks in Disneyland tomorrow night.
And shout out the guy in the chat. When me and Spoon agree, we're 28-5. You don't have to fact check that. It's just facts.
Yeah, don't fact check
No
it.
need.
Because that guy makes up fake records all the time as jokes. That's like his joke. He always does that. It's pretty funny.
28-5. I agree.
Oh, I love it.
Apparently, when I wear a blue hat, I'm like 90% also. Not fact
Hell yeah. Hey, don't fact check it. It's just the truth.
Next game on the road. Ugh. Padres killing me. Padres
Nasty
on the
Nestor
road.
at minus 143 is great.
I know, what a disgusting line. Padres at home after an embarrassing 3-game series in LA, taking on Robbie Ray and the Giants. It's win day when Robbie Ray's on the mound with the Giants. Spoon, you're level-headed. Take us through this game.
Nestor Cortez has pitched really well since joining the Padres. Both his starts out, they've gotten wins in them. I backed him in both games. I looked at this game earlier, and it was minus 130 Padres. This line's jumped up about 10 cents everywhere. I think minus 138 is the best you can get right now. But I don't think that's going to be true tomorrow. I think a bunch of people are going to look at Robbie Ray versus Nestor Cortez and just put money on the Giants, especially at plus money. It seems like you're kind of asking for it, and that's why the books have moved it that way a little bit. I think we can get a better price on the Padres tomorrow. Like if it gets down to minus 125, I'm definitely going to bet it. I just think this Padres lineup matches up pretty well versus Robbie Ray. They just saw him a few days ago, got 4 earned runs off him, 8 base runners. I think this is a spot where the lineup advantage is heavy to the Padres, and I don't think the pitching mismatch is that abused just because of how weak the Giants lineup is right now. And this could only be Padres for me. I'm not trying to bet on the Giants.
TV Jones?
Yeah, I'd be willing to go to bat with Robbie Ray and company here. First 5 money line plus 100. No, obviously the Giants have been god awful versus lefties this entire month, and Padres have been getting to him. But Cortez, no thank you. This guy has not been good. I know the Giants have not been pretty versus lefties. They've actually been abysmal. But you got Robbie Ray on the bump, and then you get a nasty Nestor who has not been anything but nasty since this entire year. I would take Giants at plus 100 on the first 5 money line. Just go to bat with it. I'm not paying minus 146 for the half run. I'll just take the money line. But I think it's a spot where the Giants can kind of go to bat and hang with nasty Nestor and Robbie Ray the first 5, and then I want nothing to do with the bullpens. The Padres, either their bullpen's nasty or they're just abysmal. So I'll play first 5, and I want to get the hell out of town. I don't want to sweat the rest of this game out. So I'll take the first 5. And you know what? Let's hope it's a 1-0 Giants after 5, and then you guys can win your Padres bets.
I don't know if I actually lay with the Padres. I will say the Padres have fared well against this Giants team so far this year, 7-2. But let's just keep in mind that Trevor would have let Nestor Cortez start a playoff game for the Brewers 2 weeks ago. Now he's not pitching well. Nothing's changed besides the hat that he wears. But I just wanted to point that out for everybody.
This is an Utter Tugger hat. This is the Brewers High A affiliate right here. This is a good hat.
We just saw this pretty much this. Both these guys have seen these lineups. Nestor just saw this San Francisco lineup 5 days ago or whatever it was. He pitched really well against them on the road in San Francisco. And it just continued to show San Francisco's inability to get to left-handed starters. Cortez, Mackenzie Gore, Andrew Heaney, David Peterson, Bailey Falter, David Peterson again, Lauer, Luzardo, Sanchez, all these guys have pitched really well against them. That being said, Robbie Ray has pitched really well all year. His walks have been down his last 3 starts. I don't love the fact that the Padres just played the Dodgers and now they're coming home. And I know that, like, especially if you look at the Padres numbers versus left-handed pitching and at home on our spreadsheets and stuff, they look really good. But they're also aided by a really good start against Robbie Ray, which, again, if you think the IR is going to strike twice, so be it. And then the other one, they really got to Mackenzie Gore for 8 runs and 2 1/3. But besides that, Kershaw pitched a gem against them. Liberatore pitched well against them. Minaya, Liberatore again. Mitchell Parker. I'm I'm not in love with this Padres offense, guys. I can't get there. They haven't figured out the O'Hearn situation. They still have Arise hitting second. I just don't know if that's all right. They do have the full bullpen behind him, but I'm not laying over 130 with this Padres team right now. I agree with Spoon. If we can get the Padres in the 125s, 130s, then I would be down, just because the Padres one of the better teams at home in Major League Baseball, 38-20 at home. So at the games at home they should win. They have been winning all year. So you can put the Padres up for me. I don't know if I actually bet it. Definitely not at this number. Last game on the board. Cleveland on the road in Arizona versus the Snakes. Gavin Williams, Zach Gallen. Ooh, this could be fun. Guy that I love, a guy that I hate. TV Jones, take it away.
Yeah, I mean, I've been addicted to betting to the Guardians. I don't know if it's because I bet them to win the division. I don't know if to win the division 25-1. I don't know.
They've been hot,
dude. They have been. I know they haven't looked great over the weekend, but they've been a great team. Gavin Williams has been lights out. His last outing got hit up by Miami, but other than that, you have to go all the way back to July 1st. The last time he didn't give you a quality start, at least. I mean, well, he went 5 innings, gave up 3 earned against the White Sox. But other than that, I mean, like 0 earned, 3 against the White Sox, 1, 2, 0, 1, 4. Miami hit him up. He's been really good. And I know Arizona's offense has been all right, but Zach Gallen, who trusts this guy? I don't trust him whatsoever. And you're going to get Cleveland, who's fighting. Maybe they're not going to win the division, probably not, but they're fighting. They're playing good baseball right now. The Diamondbacks have looked good, I guess. Yeah, congratulations. A couple of walk-offs against Texas, but it's not like they've been amazing. Now you get Zach Gallen at home. I think this is a spot where Cleveland can hit him up, and Gavin Williams has been really, really good. So I'd be willing to take damn near even money for Cleveland to fade Zach Gallen in this bullpen, which has been bottom 3 unit in the entire MLB all season. So give me Cleveland on the money line here.
Yeah, what is this price?
I was trying to figure that out myself. Spoon, I guess you can. Spoon, you can go. I think that part of it. I mean, you have Arizona coming out of. Yeah, I don't know. They've played Arizona hasn't. They played Colorado 2 of the last 3 series and Texas. I don't know if Arizona is good as what they are. I just can't understand why. It's maybe because they're on the road for Cleveland, but I will say this before Spoon goes. Gavin Williams really struggles versus righties. So, I mean, you're going to have Perdomo, Marte, Gurriel, Locklear, Thomas, Alexander. They're going to stack righties there. Spoon, what are your thoughts? Because I want to bet Cleveland too. I don't understand why we're getting this number.
I think it's because Zach Gallen's not pitching. I don't see him listed at books right now. There's a lot of books that don't have this line open.
Well, if he's not pitching, then we can bet it now because they're not going to be able to put anybody better than him.
Touche.
You know what I mean? Like, who are they going to replace him with?
Bullpen day, fingers crossed.
Like, yeah, no shit. All right, let's go.
I think that's just why you see a weird line now. I think it probably adjusts overnight. Maybe if you like the Diamondbacks side, you wait. But if you like Cleveland, you take it now. I do lean to Cleveland. I kind of lean to the under. Gavin Williams, obviously, like you just explained, really struggles with righties, but this is a lefty-heavy lineup. I think this is a spot where he can pitch really well. With questions in the air about the pitcher, I don't really want to move on this game, but the under would be there for me. I just have a little bit of a tough time trying to back this Guardians offense. It's really stagnant scoring runs at times, and it's just really difficult to back them.
Yeah, heavy lean to Cleveland. Kind of debating if I just don't take them minus 105 or whatever, or minus 102 on FanDuel right now and live with it, I guess. I don't know. I mean, Gallen hasn't been terrible his last 3 starts against Texas, Colorado, and Oakland or the A's. But, I mean, if there's one thing that he struggles with, it's lefty bats. I mean, that's essentially the whole Cleveland lineup. They're only going to have one true righty bat in that lineup tomorrow in Arias. And not to mention the fact that Cleveland offensively have been pretty damn good. 5 off of Cabrera, 4 off of Yuri Perez, 3 off of Junk, 3 off of Davis Martin, 9 off of Savali. This Cleveland team has been playing really good. Like Trevor said, they had a little bit of a down weekend, but Atlanta offensively had been really kicking it up. It's baseball. It happens. I mean, Gavin Williams is coming off one bad start, but I mean, Miami was like one of my favorite plays the other day. I mean, he was coming off a game where he pitched 126 pitches. So that's where I lie, is that maybe you're just not going to get Gavin Williams what he was coming off that 126 performance. Maybe he's just not feeling it. And like Spoon mentioned, and I mentioned, really struggles versus righty bats. So I still don't see how there's super advantages for Arizona. I mean, Arizona, hasn't done anything against righty starters either. I mean, and it's guys like Tanner Gordon. They got to Bradley Blaylock, but Merrill Kelly, Leiter, Evaldi. I think I could do Evaldi, but Tanner Gordon, Blaylock again. I mean, they're not facing anybody. So as long as Gavin Williams isn't just a complete shell of himself like he was against Miami, I just don't see where there's any advantages for Arizona in this game. So it would be Cleveland for me. I think I'm just going to end up betting it. So anyway, that is all for tonight. We will be back tomorrow with regularly scheduled programming. You guys want to tell us where you can find your bets really quick? Spoon?
You can find me on X at Spoon's Bets and over at Pub Sports Radio. Did a show this morning and every Sunday for baseball season.
TV Jones?
Yeah, at Stewie Picks on Twitter. Yeah, it's been a rough weekend, but we're going to get back to it this week. We're about to win. Hey, frig off, man. All right, I'm up like 22 units this season. I've had a horrible last 2 weekends. All right, we're doing just fine.
He says, "Frig off, man."
Trevor, you can be up 80 units if the Brewers lose in the first round. Nothing matters. So I hope everybody
it's not going to happen
Monday.
because we're going to be in the divisional, baby.
All right, yeah. Good luck with that. Hope everybody